Good morning, everyone. Well, I'm back. I just had an hour. I had a quick cup of tea and I had a little bit of breakfast and watching David doing all of his magicy bits for your Makeover Monday. And I said, I'll come in with you for an hour and see what's going on. So here I am. You'll probably hear noises. David is at the demonstration table. He's got the airbrush. He's airbrushing everything. I'm expecting contours and all sorts by the time we get down to David. But yes, it is Makeover Monday. So we have 2 hours. I'll be here for the first hour or so and then David will carry on. But you'll be pleased to know that I'm not demonstrating today. It is all about David. So I shall have a quick chat with you now and then we'll bring David in and see what he's got to say about everything that's going on. So please drop me a message if you are here so that we know that it's not just David and I, that there are more people here. We have Jane on cameras.
Hello.
Jane did a sneaky little bit on my show. She wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be Sam, but she was needed elsewhere. And we've also got Amber on producing. Morning, Amber.
Morning.
There we go. So now you know who's in the room. So it's the four of us. So Makeover Monday. You're going to see lots of products. I've already given you a clue. Airbrush. It's a new airbrush. Very, very exciting. Now, if there's anything that you want to purchase today, if David shows you something and you think, I've got to have a bit of that in my life, then it's really, really easy to buy with us here at Highlight. Now, you don't have to even go away from watching us. You're probably watching us on social media, on Instagram and Facebook. If that's how you're doing it, then just drop a message in the comments and that will start your basket going. What you need to do is you need to use the code that we're going to show you. Now on here, they're polling around all the different things. At the moment it says shop wax. You need to use the word shop first. Shop, space, and then the code of the product. Now it's gone to shop gesso. So you've typed that into the comments. It then goes over and creates your shopping basket, your cart, however you want to describe it, over on the Highlight Crafts website. Highlight Crafts website sends you a direct message and you click on the link in there and it will go straight to your basket. You'll see the things that you've already put in and you can then go all over the website and put anything else in that you're thinking, oh yeah, I was going to do that, or I hadn't bought that before. But yes, that really interested me. Maybe it was the card template that we were demonstrating at 9 o'clock. It'd be lovely if you wanted to do that as well. Now, when you are ready to purchase, you need to click on your basket and you need to log into your Highlight Crafts account. They're totally free to join. You don't need to pay anything on there, but what it means is you will get a discount. So, Shop Tote, this is the mystery tote bag. That means that it says it's $34.99, but you'll never pay that much because even on your first purchase, we give you a discount. And you'll see the prices when you get to your basket. It all depends on where on the ladder of the Highlight Crafts Club you are. And the longer you've been with us, the more you've been shopping with us, the higher up that ladder you're going to go and the greater the discount you're going to get. You're also going to collect points. Now, I believe it's 5 points for every £1 you spend. And once you've got plenty of points, you can then buy whatever you want using those points. So perhaps you want to get these stencils, $14.99. If you've got sufficient points, you could buy those or partially buy them using your points and just make up the difference. It is fantastic. We just keep giving and giving here. Now, the other great thing is everything here is a physical product. If you spend £35 or more after your discounts, then you will get free postage. We are paying that for you. So it's really easy. Type the code in, follow the link, check into your account and then check out. It couldn't be easier. If we start getting low on numbers, I will encourage you to check out your basket because until you pay for the item, it isn't yours and somebody could steal it out of your basket. I know, I think that's really not very fair, is it? So who have we got here? We have Christine here. Christine Schwartz, she's here. She says hi again. Sandra Little is still here. Chris Briggs is waving. Snowless is saying hi everyone. Andrea Withington is saying hi. And Terry Kim is saying good morning again. Corinne, David, Jane, Amber and all the highlighters. And yeah, oh that's clever. I can see whether you're on the Highlight Crafts website or on Facebook or Instagram. I didn't realise that. That's clever, isn't it? Just realised there was a code down there. So welcome however you are watching us. It is brilliant to have you here joining us. So the first thing we want to go have a look at, are you ready to come and show us, David?
Come and join you, absolutely.
Yep. Oh, while David's coming up, we've got Sandra in and Annette as well. So yeah, lots of people joining us.
Do you want to start with the airbrush kit whilst I'm here?
Should.
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
Jane, I'm sorry. We're making you do the steps. What have you got here? So shop kit, $99.99. Obviously, you'll get your discount on that. It's your airbrush kit with your compressor and your acrylic colour set. Now, that was a lot of words for me. What does that actually mean, David?
Okay, we have for you a fabulous piece of brand new equipment here to us here at Highlight Crafts. This is your electric plugged-in air compressor airbrush kit. It is fabulous. It is, honestly, it is a level up. Now, the rechargeable one that we shared with you, that still most definitely has its place in your stash. This is for bigger, larger projects with continuous power source, with an additional element of pressure, with its own self-contained, really small air compressor. Now, it's low voltage, but it is plugged in, okay? This comes with everything that you need, and the interference inks, by the way, I'm just going to share with you. Oh, that's the one, Corinne. This is the airbrush inks. Look at this. So it changes colour depending on the light in which you see it in, okay? Look at that. So now it's gone blues and greens, and then it goes into oranges. This interference ink, oh, it's amazing.
So interference means colour adjusting, does it?
Absolutely. So the colour that it relies on, so at the moment this is sat onto black cardstock, even the angle in which it's sprayed, but the way that it's applied, interferes with the tone that you see. So blues and greens could be seen here, but then maybe as you change the angle, you'll see ambers and oranges and purples, but then we tilt it back and we go blue and green again. But this airbrush ink is designed specifically to be used in a battery-powered or a plugged-in compressor unit like this one. I'm going to go through all of the features of it at demonstration. Some of the main ones to point out, of course, are the fact that you have your airbrush itself on an incredibly flexible hose. Now, the one thing that initially kept us away from showing one of these to you was that all of the ones that we'd worked with, the hoses of them were coiled like this.
Oh, did they
you know, like those hose
like
pipes?
that, did they?
And you would be pulling it and it would want to constantly spring back, whereas this one is so flexible. It's like a skipping rope. It's just, it's honestly, it's brilliant. And it's got the thread around it as well, so it can retain a high PSI. Now also when you're using it, switch it on, it only ever activates when you're working with it. Don't worry, it's only got water in it at the moment. Jane's just been airbrushed. There we go. So you've got in here, it will only activate when it's been used. You can actually see it, can't you? If I just hold it away in front of the cupboard there, you can see that pressure. Yeah. It is fabulous, okay? It's brilliant. All metal unit across the top here, flexible hose. The hose is just over a metre. It's about 1.2 metres.
So that means you could put the compressor further away on your craft desk.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's on your glass mat now, but you wouldn't need to have that on your mat when you're actually working.
Definitely. There's also an intermittent filter as well, and we'll attach this during the show. That filters the air coming through, means it keeps it pure, keeps it clean. You've got a metal pan that retains in place. It's not a detachable one. It's actually moulded to the unit. This piece of equipment is fabulous. It is brilliant. Now, I would definitely be, if you're adding this to your basket, you can spread your payments, make it more cost effective. But this gives you a strong, heavy, directional flow. This is a piece of equipment which is still small and dynamic that fits on your desk. You can see the footprint of it is teeny tiny, okay? But it does a lot. It's got its own little stand as well. The little stand is removable and you can twist it to wherever position you want it to be. You can also regulate the PSI on here too. There's a thread in which you pop in or take out, and that means you can increase the pressure or decrease it, so you get more of a spray or a finer spray. I did more of a finer spray for this one, which meant that this airbrush project could take you 10 seconds or you could do it in 5 minutes. You can really completely change the way that the ink is flowed and dispensed through this airbrush kit. But it also comes with all of the accessories that you need as well. It comes with your fine tipped cleaning needle, which you of course need. This is protected inside the barrel here, and you can see that will poke through the tip and the nozzle of the airbrush to keep it nice and clean. It's amazing. It is such a good piece of equipment. The price is brilliant as well on reflection of what you're getting, but you've got that instant activation, that compressor just kicks in.
Now it says we're going to get acrylic colour set.
These ones here. So these here are your acrylic colour sets. These are your interference. So these are all your different colours. Now you can see there, for example, that one is brown. Look at the colour of the bottle.
It's white.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. This one here for you, that's blue. It's white.
Oh, that's completely confused me.
And these are the ones I've used. These bottles are the ones I've used on this to achieve that result. They're amazing. So they will interfere with whatever surface you place them onto. I've got some gessoed blanks. I've got some black card. I'm going to show you how it works.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, so you're going to get 6 of those in total.
Are the other colours what they look like then?
So these ones here, you've got your pink. But actually, when that one sprayed, it came out like a greeny colour onto the black. It was amazing. They're all interference. These are slightly thicker. They will go through in the consistency that they are, but I'm going to show you how you can thin them down with some of your cadence mediums, which allows them to go even further. So you've got loads of different options. It's so easy to keep clean. It's a piece of equipment that kind of looks after itself, to be honest. It's a very high quality piece, but if you want to get into airbrushing for stencil work, card making, 3-dimensional projects, papercraft or mixed media, this is something for you, because we can also use all of our mixed media inks from Cadence. We can use our Royal and Landnickel acrylic art inks. We can use our food colouring inks in here as well. There's loads of different things in which you can do with this, so it's actually a true investment for you today. But get it now, because we don't have many of them.
Okay. When you say food, I'm asking the question, when you say food colouring inks, does that mean it's food safe, or are you suggesting using food colouring on your mixed media?
No, so you could use with this, if you want to do cake decorating, it is food safe. So if we do sell some edible inks, and we've got those on the website, so if you wanted to put those in here, but the only thing is, once you've started to use food safe products, it then becomes only a food safe, or if you go back to craft, it then has to stay in craft. If you ever use it for standard inks or acrylics, that sort of stuff,
don't then put food.
We wouldn't suggest it to be food grade after that. No,
that's fine.
It's not
But
recommended.
while it's new, and it's not had anything else through, it is food grade.
Yes, absolutely. And if you are then cleaning it in between uses, you're going to want to use a food grade cleaner, so you're not going to be wanting to put things like thinners and oils and stuff through there. You'd want to make sure you're using the cleaners that are appropriate. And actually, if you are purchasing the edible inks on the website, they do come with the cleaner fluid.
Oh, do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh,
come with
really
2 bottles
useful.
of it. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's a fabulous piece of equipment. We've got this along with new stencils and new inks. Got lots of new items to share with you during the show, but this, I can't wait to demonstrate it for you. It's going to be fabulous. And we've got 2 hours.
If you like that, that is Shop Kit, K-I-T. Really nice and easy one to do. So yes, make sure you do that, because it is the kit. So shall we have a look up here, and you're going to show me what we have got up here. That's will be brilliant. Yes, who else have we got? We've got Gina in. Lorraine says, morning David, Corin. I used to braid hoses like the one you're using many years ago. I thought she said braid horses like the one.
Oh, yeah. It's a
no
nice
hoses. Mandy's in. Who else is in? Pauline Wilding is in. These acrylic colour sets look amazing. Yeah, there's lots of people in. Oh, could I use those acrylic paints in a different airbrush, or are they of a different consistency?
No, you could use them in different airbrushes as well. The airbrushes do vary, so from the PSI, so the air pressure, some will tolerate a thicker, some will only do thin ones, but if you're finding it it's struggling to pass through and give you a nice finish, then just thin it down a little bit.
Okay.
And they will work fine with water as well. You can just thin them down with water. It does say on there that it's safe to do so.
Perfect. Okay, so the first thing we've got here are some stencils. Is this 2 sets of stencils, I take it?
These are beautiful. They're absolutely incredible. They're so fine as well. They're almost like mosaic animals that you've got inside here. There's loads of different elements that bring them all up. They're quite mystical, ethereal, that you've got inside the design work, but they're great for airbrush use. So
these are the animal stencils, Step Into the Wild. It's 6-piece, and so let's show you the next.
Look at the lion.
Oh, look, its mane is all leaves.
It is. They're amazing.
How beautiful is that?
So you've got quite a fantasy. Yes, you'll see some of the animal prints are a little bit swirly.
This is the wolfie that you were just using.
Yes, it is. I love that design.
Beautiful. And then the 5th and 6th one. Oops.
There we
Nearly
go. There
smooth.
we have it.
Nearly smooth. Thank you, David. You've got leopard, possibly, and a tiger.
Oh, look how nice that is. Look at all the swirls that he's got in his coat as well. You can see all those different patterns and details.
Lovely. It's almost like fire, and you know he's going to be red, so that's going to look absolutely beautiful. Look at this. I take it that piece wants to.
All slightly different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost like a little bit of entangling inside the prints, which is a bit exciting.
It's
but with
lovely,
an airbrush,
isn't it?
you've got really fine elements in here, like really, really fine detail, and that airbrush is going to get there.
It will. It won't struggle with these small bits.
No,
That's
not
really
at all.
Clever.
No, we could probably display out this set actually completely.
So that's shop into, if you want to, into the wild. So can we get, we can just get them all on here. There we are.
Look
and this next set is shop ways. So this is wild ways.
Look at all of those.
So they're completely different. So you can have either or. Both sets are $14.99, which is really good value because they are full A4, aren't they?
They are indeed. The A4 designs. This is spectacular. Look at that butterfly. I mean, wow. The amount of detail inside that is bonkers.
Look at the bear. Isn't he gorgeous? That is so pastes, pretty.
Gessos, airbrushing through her. He's going to look great.
These aren't just for airbrushing. All the techniques that you have shown us over the time, your paints, your gessos,
all
your
of
pastes,
that. Yep, you can
we'll all
use
go
that.
through it. Obviously, some of these finer ones you wouldn't go through with like those crunchy pastes.
No,
would
you would. You know, you typically use a medium that's going to work well through a stencil. So you're looking at gessos, acrylics, some of your blending paste, matte metallic paste. Those would be fine. Diamond relief paste, a bit thick to go through there. It's full of all those granules, but use something that will work well for it. Also, you could use your hot foil pen if you wanted to. They would look nice through here. Imagine going through there with all of your foil designs, or your metal leaf mixion, gild through here if you wanted to. There are shallower stencils, so not typically designed for embossing, but I'm sure you would get some form of imprint if you were to have a go with it. But this, I mean, that design there is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
Yes.
It's
Beautiful.
wonderful.
So that is Ways, Shop Ways. This is your Animal Stencils Wild Ways. It's a 6-piece set. And as we said, they're full A4 in size. So the value there is phenomenal. So yes, so absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely.
So on that wild theme, we have a die set for you now. 4 die sets. So you're going to get... what's it saying here?
So in that one we've
got 4 dies. So you get the 2 little lion cubs and the 2 outside ones. This one here, the lovely big lion, Magnus, I think it says on there.
I think he is.
You're going to get
dies.
2 dies, the outer and the detail. Then you've got Lolo and Lyra, which are the sort of wolf cubs. And again, you're going to get the detail and the matte layers. And then Dakota.
So 12 dies in total. That's brilliant.
It is, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Really, really good. And you're just paying $19.99. Wow. Probably about 60% off on there. So these are from 2 Red Robins, and you know I love 2 Red Robins. So you're looking at the dies and you're thinking, I love those images, but I want the artwork. And yes, we're going to give you the artwork because you're going to get the artwork download included in this.
You are.
So what have we got in there?
Look at all of this. So this is Minecraft Studio's scene building. So all of the animals are displayed out on here for you to use in different colorways. You can change the color, build the scene, create the story. You've also got all of the reflections as well on here for the dies, so you can use those. You may typically know them as charisma, that sort of thing, but the coloured artwork that corresponds to all of those dies, you can then simply die cut from there. So they're all in one place. You don't have to go elsewhere to download them. You get them all as a digital stamp too. So we've seen stamps being used in so many different techniques here, whether it is for pyrography or for tracing, to give you different elements, for different ways in which you want to create artwork with your digital stamps. They're all in here too. You've got scenes. Now these scenes are going to be great because you could also use these with the stencils if you wanted to. So what we've already seen on the show, you could be airbrushing through those stencils onto these scenes, but you get a complete variety of scenery.
I'm loving the reds and oranges, aren't they beautiful?
That warmth colours and all the silhouettes in the background, that is fabulous. You've got texture as well inside there, so you can never be without texture, whether it's going to be the bark, the chippings, all of that.
Brilliant. So Shop Bundle is your code for that, and that's going to get you the 4 die sets. And as David said, it's 12 dies in total, and the Minecraft Studio. Just in case you haven't seen it, Lisa will just drop you a message. I think your autocorrect has kicked in because it changed ways. So if people want to watch it, ways obviously autocorrects to away.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Oh, that's frustrating.
It is, isn't it?
We know that now.
Yeah. So yeah, so if you are trying to get the stencils, which it's on the screen, Shop Ways, just make sure it doesn't try and auto-correct for you. So there we go.
Absolutely.
If we see any more, we'll let you know. Okay, so we've got another bundle here,
This one's fab.
bigger bundle.
Look at all
here.
these.
Oh no, yes it is.
Yeah, so you've got all like your safari animals in here again, from your zebras, your giraffes, you've got your tigers in there too, as well as the cubs. So you can use these with those stencils if you wanted to, creating a full scene The prices are bonkers.
It certainly is. $24.99. It's going to get you all 6 die sets. So you've got 2, that makes 6, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 dies in total on here. Now you're going to get the artwork as well. I'm taking it's the same artwork. It shares. Does it share the same artwork? Or
This one here's got a complete different artwork pack.
Completely different.
Yeah, so you're going to receive this with your dies.
See it.
There you go. Look, so you've got all of your digital stamps that correspond with those dies, as well as the reflections in there too for you, which is fabulous. You're also going to receive a full set of seals. I think I've skipped one there, have I? There we go. Oh yeah, so another reflection one, and then you've got all of your scenes in here, so different scenes as well to work with, portrait and landscape, which is nice, giving you a bit of difference in there, especially for those dynamic card shapes you might be doing. Also, you've got all the forest scenes inside here too, lots of different perspectives and points of view, a bit more tropical inside this one.
That one jumps out.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's really fresh and zesty. And then more colourways and textures for you. So all of that is going to come within that bundle, but with the dies. Now, for the fact of you're getting, 16 dies for under £25 and an artwork pack, that's bonkers.
It
and
really
these
is.
are like the final curtain call on these die collections. When they're gone, they are gone.
Brilliant. So Shop Family is the code if you want that bundle. So yeah, make sure you get that. As David said, this is the tail end. That's why we're able to offer you such a good discount. I think it's saying it should be £81.
Yes,
Wow,
I think it is.
nearly
£81 and 93.
Wow. So I mean, that is amazing price reduction. Right, we've got some Cadence paints. Now, as I said, I saw David with these out. You don't need much of these, do you, at all?
It goes such a long way.
It really does.
These were one of the first mediums I worked with from Cadence when I was very first introduced to the brand. In fact, actually, I think you were there.
Yeah, I was there. I was asked to come up.
Yes. We had like a bit of a creative day, didn't we? And my goodness, that's almost 7 years ago.
I know, it's a long time.
Wow, that's just flat.
I know, but I remember that day.
I do as well.
You were very quiet that day.
I was. What do you mean, just that day? I'm a very quiet individual, aren't I? Everyone always says you never know that I'm in the building.
No.
So, why has everyone got raised eyebrows? Well, that's like me. I don't say anything.
No.
Anyway, so Cadence Gesso, we've got it in a bundle for you, black and white. Now, just prior to the show, Diane came down and she went, "Oh, David, I've done you a deal." I was like, "Oh, thank you." She went, "Well, for everybody at home, they can get the Gesso today for £9.99 in a bundle, rather than it being its usual bundle price of £12.98. So you've got an incredible offer on that one.
You have.
It makes it less than £5 a pot for you, which is brilliant.
How much would they be individually? Normally?
Usually, I think they're about £8.99 individually.
Wow, so the bundle was a deal.
Oh yeah, bundle's a deal, and the deal's got
better.
So it's that deal on a bundle on a deal.
Perfect. But you could use these for paper craft. You can use them for mixed media. You can. I saw you. You were blanking out your things that you're going to stencil onto, weren't you?
Yeah, so you use it as a solid base. Now, you can use it as a primer for furniture, you can use it to stencil with, you can use it to mix with acrylics. So all of your acrylics that are colours will mix with your white gesso beautifully, creating a dimensional paste. It dries matte as well, but it does provide a key for other paints to adhere to. It's water-based, but there's loads of techniques you can do with gesso. It's a staple in any crafter's stash, whether you're a collector of Cadence or you've just got a couple of bits and bobs, or you play with paints here and there. Also with your airbrush inks that you're going to be crafting with today, if you're going onto a surface that's a bit shiny and slick, they can bead and sometimes sis on the surface and run down. You want them to be able to grab and cling onto that surface, and having a primer is the answer.
Because that's what basically gesso is, isn't it? It's a primer.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, you'll find that most canvas boards that you will ever purchase from any craft supplier, they'll be pre-gessoed, okay? They've got that chalky feel to them, and that's a gesso on there. Now, they differ in qualities, but that bundle for you of those two pigments in there are the best deal to go for, from the best quality I've ever used.
Can I just interrupt you? I just need to say, David, if you are after the airbrush, please can you check out on the website? As I said, until you have checked out, it isn't your own. We have one left.
Oh my goodness.
So after those have been, some are still waiting to be allocated. Yes, I know, David. We're looking to see if we can get some more. I think Amber has been sending some messages and saying, help, we're down to the last one. And David has 2 hours of this show. So we're looking to see if we can get some more. But please check out, because until we add some more in, if somebody wants it and you haven't checked out, they're going to pinch it out of your basket.
Oh, they might.
It doesn't hold it safe. I think some people think if they put it in the basket, it like reserves it for them. But it doesn't really,
I know,
does it?
because like some places you shop, it might say this is held in your basket for X amount. You've got, and there's a little clock timing you
Yeah.
down. You're like, woo. But honestly, because no one else can get it. But yeah, as Corinne said, that's the way it works, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Okay. So please check out that shop kit. One left. Okay. So we've now got some
These are waxes.
waxes. I was trying to very quickly read them and check whether they were the same. I think they are, aren't they? Yes, they are.
The bundle that we've got for you today, it's a double pack. This is your transparent, very vintage, chic home decor wax.
Very vintage, not
Very
just vintage.
It's very vintage.
Okay.
This stuff, and I refer to it as stuff skimming over that because this is brilliant. This medium, the way that it works is it will seal furniture for up to 6 months at a time. So if you've got raw wood, dining table, sideboard, console table, coffee tables, that sort of thing, it will seal raw wood. So if you've ever bought a piece of, like, I always buy charity shop furniture, sand it down, whether it's to make and sell with or for personal use. We bought a dining table and it was red. It had that many layers of varnish. It had gone. It was like that sort of bit.
I know what you mean when people put it on and it. Yes.
And I was like, what colour is that wood? What is it meant to be? Sanded it all back and it was just a very solid pine, but it was beautiful. Sealed it with very vintage wax and it instantly hydrates that wood and gives it that rejuvenation, makes it feel good. It's like it's been moisturised, but it will give it a coating for 6 months, and then of course just through general everyday cleaning and dusting you can replenish it. But also there's techniques that can be explored with that. If you were to paint any surface with acrylic paint, whether it's a treasure box, a wine bottle box, coasters, anything like that. In fact, actually, I'll grab something I've done it with. It's just here.
You were telling me about this the other day, weren't you?
So,
you go and pick up the biggest piece in the room.
Yeah. Basically, I used it all over this. So I painted, to start with, if I show you up here as an example, I painted the clock white. So all of it was painted white. Once that acrylic paint was then dry, I then rubbed the entire surface with this, just with a piece of cutting your sponge. You can use a brush, but a sponge, it like buffs it into the surface. Now dry it with a cool hairdryer for about 3 minutes, because if you use a hot hairdryer with wax, it goes tacky before it dries. So just use a cool hairdryer, let it all dry, and then I painted the entire thing blue. The whole thing I painted blue. Now what that does is between that white paint, the wax and the blue paint, that wax forms a separation layer, which meant I could then go in with a sanding block and it allowed me to literally peel bits of the blue paint away, which makes it very vintage, where it gets its name.
This is a really good bit on the side.
Yes.
You can turn that round. It shows it really clearly, doesn't it? So you can see you've got that distressed look to it.
Yes, you do. It looks brilliant, and I've used it almost all over this. So it provides you with, I mean, look at how that paint is chipped and peeled just here, creating years of patina, but done in just half an hour.
So it looks like a distressed antique, doesn't it? Almost?
It does, absolutely. And I've just gone back and forth with a sanding block or an emery board, nail file, whatever you want to use. You can use a palette knife and you can scrape it back, but it will allow the top layer of paint to quite literally peel away and come away, but it doesn't damage the first layer. So it's really fascinating how it works. That's what that will do for you. Now it is actually formulated in different colours. We've got the clear today, which is my go-to. The clear one is, I'm going to say, personal preference, the best. And it's at a great price for you, which you don't want to miss out on.
Brilliant. Okay, so that is Shop Wax, $11.99, and you're going to get both pots. Should be £24. So basically, buy one, get one free.
I use it all the time in demos, constantly using it.
Okay, the last airbrush has gone.
Oh.
Okay, have you got any messages about any more?
I'll
Just waiting on a reply.
I'll pop it here for
okay.
now. There we
All
go.
right. Okay, so let's have a look. I've got a charming
chinoiserie.
Thank you. Charming chinoiserie USB. So what have I got? Oh, it's got your name on it, David.
It's got my name. I think a picture of me on there's a picture of me before I had grey hair.
It's life, love. It's life.
My arm's like a baguette on that. Look at my arm. Just takes over the entire picture. Dum. Yeah, I've got Andrew to thank for that, I think. So, yeah.
I love the way. Yeah.
That's it. That's the firm stance. Now, this USB is built up with a monumental amount of artwork designed and interpreted and inspired by chinoiserie, which of course is a European interpretation of course, different authentic finishes from around the globe, but of course from, well, the Far East really. And we explored different patterns within pottery, tapestry, fabrics, hand-drawn images, having a little look at all of that, and then this USB was formed, and it's got inside there the most amazing surface pattern and print. I'm going to go through it on the computer for you because I do have it as a download available and the USB in the computer. computer. But if you want to make elegant designs, beautiful pieces for your home, or for making and selling, this USB is for you. You've got loads of deconstructed elements in there for scene building too, not just papers, and you can build them, and they all link in really well with the stencils that we've got. So I can show you that today. But the USB, once that's gone, we won't be getting any more of the USB, and the price has been brought right down.
Okay, so shop USB is the code for that. You're going to get $9.99. That's nearly, that's 66% off.
Yeah, I know.
It's a third. So in the studio, charming chinoiserie USB. Wow. Okay. With the Sospeso Transparente, and
yeah, I know, right?
You really challenged me
it's
since
all
I've
the
come
words,
here.
all the words.
Now, I had this on my show this morning. This is the black 12 by 12 card. As we were saying, it's black through and through, so you've got a black core to it. It's 220 GSM, so it's got a lovely good construction weight. So it's going to be brilliant for stenciling on to spray
perfect,
because it's not going to just disintegrate,
no,
is it?
It's brilliant.
And it's a proper black, so it's going to make those colours really, really pop. 12 by 12, you can cut it down if you want, if you don't want it that big. $9.99, it's making it 50 pence per sheet, if you want that. So shop 20 is your code for black card. Who knew you could talk so passionately about black card?
I know, I think as crafters we become very passionate about black card.
We do, don't we?
Card in general really, but black card tends to be, can be a bit like hen's teeth, can't it, in the craft world, and when we get it, it can be very expensive.
Right, I've got a little bundle of goodness here.
Cleaning
what have
station.
I got? Cleaning station.
Yes.
So what am I cleaning, David?
Your airbrush.
Brilliant.
Now, this kit for you has come down to a price I've never seen it at before, and if you have invested in a brand new airbrush today, this is something you're going to definitely want to add into your basket. Now, what you've got here, the airbrush cleaning station. If I just go and grab my airbrush here, I'll just detach it from, in fact, it might reach actually.
Okay.
Oh, it will do, perfect.
Let me move that out of the way.
So what you have here is your airbrush can fit into this nozzle here, and you actually do get a stand. Let me just pop this one on. In fact, I'll grab mine because you can see mine's well loved and well used. I use mine all the time. Look at that there, it's collected some ink in the bottom. Just to show I do use this. So you do get the stand here which will balance it out, and you do also get the little holder which sits up here. Now what you're going to be doing with this is you'll pop it inside like this, and you'll fill your airbrush with water, and it enables it to filter and clean through. And you just leave it on like this, and it will filter all of that water through into the chamber at the bottom. Now that there will then collect all of your old ink, any residue or cleaning water that you've ran through this. You also do get the filter that sits on the top here, and these are replaceable. You can see mine starting to discolour now. I replaced this a couple of weeks ago. But the filter, what that does is it just allows the air to pass through the unit, and it will stop any ink coming out of there. And this has got a thread on it so you can unscrew it. That there's your cleaning chamber. You then get another needle inside here. That will fit through that really fine tipped nozzle on the edge of your airbrush. This is incredibly sharp. Please be so careful with it. But it does have its own metal barrel to store it in, so it keeps it nice and safe.
And you've got one of those with your airbrush anyway, didn't you, as well?
Absolutely, you get everything that you need. Do those pieces, does that come in there? Double check. Is that definitely in that one?
I don't know.
No.
No, it's not. Is that and that? Is that and that not in there?
That was from that.
It was, wasn't it? Just double checking. Just want to make sure we've got the right stuff for you there. And then, of course, you do have... Oh, the gold one. I think we've got that. Is it? No? Okay. And then you've got your bottle cleaning brushes as well. These fit down all of the chambers and channels inside your airbrush, and they will bend around it as well, so you don't get stuck. They're fabulous. You get those on a little jump ring as well, so they're all together. And then you get the ones without the bristles on. These are perfect for going through those really fine chambers, and they will find them in there and poke out any dry ink, because it can form like a little ball bearing inside your airbrush if you're not careful.
And I do a set of those for all my your glue bottles and
you can use them for that too.
Sprays and things like that. I could imagine those being very useful. And then some other little bits as well.
Yeah, so they attach to it here, so it forms a stand, and it forms the holder for it, so it's like a bit of a self-assembly going on there. But
excellent.
It just cleans it through. Keep topping it with water, and it'll clean it all the way through for you. It just means that you're not constantly going, spraying it over the bin or spraying it into loads of kitchen towel. It collects all of the ink. You're not getting ink anywhere. Keeps it all self-contained. It is by far the best way to keep on top of your cleaning routine with your airbrush gun.
Perfect, thank you very much. So if you want that, shop clean $19.99 and that's yours today. So yes, you're going to get all of that. Right, we're nearly at the end. Paradise Palette rice papers.
Yes,
again,
absolutely.
That's another tongue twister, isn't it?
It is.
Paradise Palette, we're just changing the days. There you are. Shop Paradise, $9.99. Again, instead of £30. Or just about £30. And what we're going to get, David?
Okay, so in here we've got a full rice paper download for you. Now we say rice paper, it doesn't have to be, it could just be backing papers, it could be cards, it could be anything at all. But
they're inspired by how the look of rice papers, aren't they?
They are, and when we say that, what we mean by it is that it's layers. You've got so many layers, from texture, from script to background, scenery, images, overlays, everything's kind of being built in. If you could see a rice paper being built from the side, it'd be like loads of different layers stacked on top of one another.
Oh, I'm liking these.
I know, aren't they lovely? You've got portrait and landscape as well, which I really like, that our designers are incorporating all of that
and
into
I could
there.
print these to A3 on my A3 rice paper using the big Brother printer, couldn't I?
That would look, I love this. This like really sort of, this colour palette for tropicals looks amazing.
I'm thinking of that on a big trunk.
Yes, that would look good.
That would look amazing, wouldn't it?
It absolutely would. You've got all of the options of all your animals. Yeah, aren't they? Wouldn't they be wonderful? Going in there with gilding it, adding some gold, flecks of different metallics inside the papers, all of those.
They've got an era about them, and I don't know what the era is, but
I know, it's fabulous.
They're definitely like stepping back in time, aren't they?
You're saving £20.
I know.
This is brilliant.
I know. And you're just going to be able to save those in your collections. You're just going to be able to add to them.
No
take
postage.
Them away. No postage.
Nothing.
Yep. You have those today.
Absolutely.
Right. I think that's it. And Amber will let us know in a minute whether we've managed to get any more airbrushes.
I'll head over here.
Into what's got 25%? So we're just going to show you. So, the first of the bundles, which is the one I've got on the table here. Now, just so that you know, because we've had a message in, we don't cut these in-house. These are ones that we have bought in. So unfortunately, the bundles are as you see. We can't interchange them, unfortunately. So if you want these, this is the 6 you're going to get. It's shop into, and 25% of our stock of these have gone. And like we say, because they're not cut in-house, that means that if they do sell out today, we've got to get more in. It's not like we just normally tell Sam that she's got to cut a few more. Work a bit faster. Bless her, no, she works very, very, very hard. She was in all day Saturday. She said apparently she's created a dance floor space, a space big enough to dance in the warehouse.
Has she?
I don't know what they did. They got rid of a lot.
Does that mean we have to go and...
Might only be a wall.
Yeah, going round and round in circles. But apparently they cleared lots of space the other day, on Saturday, by coming in. There we go. Why have we? See now, Janice is in. Jonathan is saying, "Oh my, those digi-stamps would work amazing on the Aura." That's the wood burning.
Oh yes, the laser cutter.
Laser cutter, yeah, brilliant. He's saying good morning. It was somebody asking about swapping them round. Terry Kim, yes, we got your goodies. Thank you very much. Jacqueline is in watching. She's been able to watch because she's been delayed at the airport. Oh dear. I hope you're going somewhere really nice.
Yeah,
Jacqueline.
where are you
she
going?
hasn't said where she's going.
Oh, I'd love to know. We're talking about holidays this morning. Has anyone got any holidays planned? Dreaming of warmer weather?
You and I were talking. We never got as far as you to find out what you... Oh, I know what you've got. Yeah, you've
doing a little holiday.
Yes.
A holiday. I just can't wait for warm weather.
I know. Terry Kim says, that sounds like me coring a distressed antique. I couldn't possibly comment. And Mrs. H999, who was asking about swapping the sets, oh well, because we couldn't set them, she couldn't swap them around. She had to buy both sets of stencils because she wanted some out of each of them. There we are. There we are. Right, okay, so David, I'm going to hand over to you.
Yes.
Make Jane do some more steps, and you can show us how this works.
Yes, absolutely. I do also have for you, on the show we've got the spray booth, okay? Now, we had an evening last week in which we sort of debuted this and gave you a bit of information about it and shared it with you, and quite a few of you jumped on and purchased one.
We put the details on the screen. Shop Booth is the code for that one.
It's a fabulous piece of kit. Now, if you've got things like your stencil sprays, your mirror spray, all of those different things, this is now going to become your best friend, because no longer do you need to go out the window, out the back door to spray your stencils, all of that sort of stuff, because we don't ever suggest spraying aerosols indoors. You should always do it in a well-ventilated area or outdoors. But the weather is horrible at the moment, and it's always raining, so you don't want to go get your work wet outside. This is fabulous. Now, the extractor hose on here will fit through just a slightly open window. I don't know if you want to see it down at the bottom. You've got that vent there. Now, that there will go out the window. So you can put that out, or if you can't want to, you can have it permanently fitted. So you've got a duct in through the wall, like you have for a tumble dryer. It comes to you flat packed. It's got 2 settings where you can have it just with the fan on, like this. So that will fire up. Or you've also got it with the fan on and the light as well. And it actually doubles up as a little bit of a photo booth for you, so you can actually do photography inside there.
Couldn't you?
Yeah, you
well,
absolutely.
you could until you start spraying and then it's covered in paint.
Well, this is it. The thing is, what we did in the show is that with the Polly Pockets, cut them to size and you make linings for it. So you can line all of the inside. Because I don't know if you remember, Corinne, over at I Hope we had a spray booth.
We did.
And we used to line it all with bin liners.
Yeah.
It was quite big, massive. It was almost like fitted to the wall. But we used to line it with bin liners so then it would keep the actual unit clean. Do that if you want to, but because it's bright white, it made sense that you could do it for this, which is rather good. Also inside there you do get a turntable with suction feet on the bottom. So this means that when your work is in there, you can rotate it round, display it from different angles, airbrush it from different sides. So if you're airbrushing something that's a little bit bigger, so something that fits in there like this, but you want it to turn around so you can get different angles and sides, you can do that.
Yeah, because I know that if I tried to turn it manually, I'd put my hand in wet paint.
Oh, you'd airbrush
like
yourself, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So we've got all of that for you. Now I'm just going to share with you the actual airbrush itself. So I'm just going to grab some black card. I'll put that in there just for now with these bits so they're out of the way. And let's just grab some black card. I'll show you how easy this is. So your airbrush, when you set it up, you can use it with or without the air filter on. Now you'll notice the compression of this will keep itself regulated. If I turn it on, the pressure in the hose builds up and it will click in every now and again like that. So it's topping up the pressure. Hear that? That's because we've got our filter on here, which you can release the filter and you can also release the pressure inside there. You've got your PSI gauge here down the side, so you can alter that. I've got it set just right at the moment, but you'll notice that as you rotate it clockwise or anti-clockwise, your spray coming out of here will be much stronger and bolder. Now for mica paints, a softer spray is better, so you're not forcing that mica across the page, it just lands beautifully. If you were to take the air filter off, which you can use it without, I would suggest just to keep it on though, because that's what they would recommend, but I know that some people use them without, because I've been watching a few videos of people playing with them. Take that off here. The only thing is it keeps that pressure exactly the same all the time. It doesn't maintain. So if I put that on, it'll top it up like that. But the beauty of it is, the second you use it, that air compressor kicks in naturally. So if this hose was to ever lose any pressure, the air compressor just automatically fires up and kicks into action. The second I go, it's amazing, isn't it? And that's all just by the power of that air. So what I'm going to do is just put that filter back on, and also that stops any ink from travelling back down the hose. So I would always suggest to use it, okay? Keeps that ink from travelling back. If it ever was to happen, it prevents it from being a possibility. It would collect it in there for you. So let's just spin this, put it on there like that. Okay, and you don't want to over tighten it, just go until it nips together. If it was too loose, you'd know. If that air compressor, once that topped up, if it was staying on constantly and it wasn't at all clicking off, then you know you've got a leak somewhere. And I actually found that one of the washers inside here, one of the little rubber gaskets, was at an angle, and I just quickly threaded it back up, retightened it, and it was fine. But I could hear a little hissing noise, and I knew that somewhere there was a slight leak. But then you can just test it like that, and you know you've got the pressure right. Right, so let's have a look at some of our inks. So you can either keep it in the stand, which is provided on the unit, or keep it inside your airbrush cleaner. I actually prefer to keep it in here because then I can always just flush it through whenever. So do whatever works for you. Now I'm going to take the lid off like this. It's not a screw, so don't be trying to unscrew it for ages thinking, why is this not happening like I did? It is literally just a pop on, because I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm never getting this off, and it's literally just a pop. There we go. So I've discovered those, so you don't have to. Very simple, I know, but when you actually get working with it, you start to realise. Right, every single one of these inks that come with it has a ball bearing in the bottom. Do we know if we can get any more? Do we know?
We haven't got an answer yet. We'll just check in.
Okay. We'll find out for you. Okay, give it a good shake. Now, I'm not going to thin this down, but you can do. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Okay, I'll show you both options. So I'm going to pop it just inside here. I'm probably going to put around about 10 drops, 10 little droplets in there, straight to our black card. Lid back on here. There we go. You also do have your thread adjuster on the back of here. That will allow you to pull this trigger back further, which will increase the spray and the airflow and the ink flow. Okay, so you've got two different regulators there. So I'm going to turn it back on. There we go. And it will start to come through now. Straight away on here, you will start to see that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful interference coming through. So I'll just turn this off a second. I'll wait for my screen to catch up so I can show you, so I can see it. But then, look at that. How
That's
beautiful
gorgeous.
that is. It's wonderful,
so
isn't it?
on the bottle, what colour is that?
So on the bottle, on the colour of this one, it's green, blue, violet.
I can see that.
Yes,
I think I can see that, yeah. I can see the violet at the bottom, and I'm seeing some bits of blue,
It's beautiful. It's absolutely fascinating. So you can do directional lines as well with this. Hold it really close, get it nice and still. You could do writing with it too if you wanted to. I'm going to try and get this in here so you can all see. I thought I was spelling my name wrong then. Got carried away. So you can do writing with it as well. It's absolutely amazing. Look at that. So as that dries,
fantastic.
Isn't it brilliant?
And I imagine the mica effect comes out more the drier it is as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's still wet, but it dries relatively quickly because you're using air to blow it through. So let's grab another piece of card. I'm going to show you through a stencil and how we get that ready. Okay. So I'm going to take some black card from here. I've actually got my pad with me today. Let's have a little look. I think I might actually have a piece of, yes, I've got a piece of our black 12 by 12. I'll use this first. There we go. Now we want to get our stencil sprayed first to get that ready to work with. And let's use that lion because he is absolutely stunning. So in our spray booth, I'm taking the turntable out because I don't need that. And then let's get our lion wherever he is. Find him. They're magnificent. You absolutely need these stencils. They're beautiful.
They really are. The codes for the stencils, sorry Amber, are shop into is going to get you, that'll get you the lions in there, isn't it? Along with the lion in. You can see those on the screen. $14.99 and shop ways. Please make sure it stays as shop ways because it might try to change it away or whatever it was doing it. It's going to get you the other 6 stencils and they're $14.99 each.
There we are. So literally, you can see the suction of this. If I was just to put that under there like that, it holds it. It really is. Properly, it really does suck a lot of that up, and there's a filter up inside there as well, which will collect. It's a little bit like an extractor you would have.
This is not the easiest show to do, is it? Between the noise of the air compressor and the noise of
we've got a lot of noises going on, haven't we? Yeah.
Just so that you know, there's a meeting going on, and so our lovely Emily's gone to interrupt to see if they can get some more of the paint sprays.
Wonderful.
You're adding 5 more of the airbrush and 5 more of the cleaning kits.
There you go. 5 more airbrush, 5 more cleaning kits. It'll be a couple of minutes, and then they'll be added shortly. So if you do want them, again, please don't dither, and also get them checked out because somebody could take them out of your basket otherwise.
Absolutely. I'm just going to put a little bit of spray because I missed there. Now, spray isn't always essential with airbrushing, but I would recommend it because at the end of the day, you are blowing air at a high pressure through that design.
So if there's twiddly bits,
absolutely.
That's a technical term, twiddly bits.
If there's twiddly bits, that's the one.
Yeah.
Then you're going to catch those. Right, let's start with the ink that's already in the airbrush gun. Turn it on. And we're going to start to, this looks stunning already. Okay, so I'm going to build this up, and I'm actually going to use different colours. So I'm going to use some of the green here, and over here I'm going to start to blend different colours together. But the interference of it is just magical. It is beautiful. And you can do some, and we're going to do some three-dimensional projects as well, not just through stencils. I've got some other bits gessoed ready to go for you.
And the inks, if they go onto the stencils, oh, look at that.
Wow.
It'll come off again quite easily.
Oh, it washes off brilliantly.
Does
It's
it?
fabulous, yeah. It washes off so easily. I was so blown away this morning when I was using the inks. Rinse the stencil just under warm water, and all of the ink just naturally came off. You can wipe it off as well, but it just came off so quick and easy.
It looks very controllable.
Really controlling. It's so easy to it. Look at that. That is stunning. That's absolutely beautiful. Now,
You notice you get all the technical terms with me, twiddly bits and controllable.
oh yeah, all the technical terms, we love them. I love them. So what we're going to do is we're going to get another colour now. This here is our orange violet. Give them a really good shake before using. Remember that these are really densely packed with mica.
So have you used those other 10 drops? Are they gone out of your thing?
I've got, I would probably say around about 60% of it left. There's still a lot of it in there.
So
yeah.
you can put another colour on top?
Yeah, I'm going to mix it together on this one, and it'll just naturally filter it through.
Oh, will it?
So it'll create a blend for us, which should be nice. Remember to always use it with that lid on, because it's got a pinprick in the top there, which will feed through just the right amount of air to create that continuous flow. So we'll get it back on. Here we go. And let's do some of the green down here into his mane. There we go. He's a very wise character.
That looked lovely on his mane when if it does that, like you say, that ombre effect.
Oh yeah, it looks amazing. It goes such a long way as well, this thing. Like, I've put in quite a bit actually, and it's going an incredibly long way. And this project to take is, this whole thing will probably take around about 5 to 10 minutes, but it's really nice to see it gradually building.
I mean, if you did it all one colour, you could probably get it through quite quickly, couldn't you?
You could, but the thing is with this airbrush gun, I feel like it's far easier to control than any other. I don't know, there's something about it that just instantly puts you at ease. It's so relaxing, but because you've got that pressure that is from an electrical power source, it's kind of got an extra layer of oomph to it. It's like it's got that backup. Here we go, let's send that through here.
So what's the next colour that you put in?
It's copper. It's like well, it looks copper, but it's actually an orange violet.
All right.
So I'm going round the
I'm
edges.
only asking because I've already learned that they're nothing like what they look like in the bottle.
Oh no, that's the beauty of it. Now it's starting to come through in elements.
Yeah, I can see it's a different colour now.
That's it, I'm starting to get it. So eventually we'll go full force. So at the moment I'm sort of doing like halos around the leaves with the existing colour, and then I'm going to infill it. There we go. So as it's going to come through, you can see here already. Look at that.
Wow.
It is magnificent. I'll keep lifting it up for you. There we go, a little bit more of that one. It's just a dream. It really is a dream to craft with. Now at the moment, I've been using it at a very, and I'm not going. I would typically, if sat on my desk, have this inside there whilst I'm spraying it. I've got this on a very low PSI at the moment, so I'm not getting a lot of spray or anything around surrounding here. Look at that. I've got nothing over the edge of that stencil, and there's nothing on my mat either. And also, the noise of this would completely blank out anyone's microphone. So we will show you, of course, through the show, but I didn't want to block it out.
Do you have to have the light on with the spray booth?
You don't have to, it just helps.
Yeah, no, it's just somebody was saying they turned away from the screen because they were finding the light really bright.
Yeah, I noticed it was strobing a little bit on the screen. It doesn't flash at all, it's completely static on our camera, because the cameras that we use, the shutter speed of it struggles to capture LED, and it's an LED light fitted inside there, so it will strobe on your screen at home, unfortunately. Right. But it doesn't at all here. But no,
if you didn't want the light on, you wouldn't have to.
Oh no, you don't have to have the light on at all. It doesn't affect its use. The one that we used to have didn't have a light. It's just an added advantage, I guess, with modern advancements.
I mean, if you're spraying something and you want that detail, you know, if you're a model maker or something like this would be really useful if you make little models, wouldn't it? Because you could spray that first coat on them and sort of.
I think it's great.
Coat.
I used to make a lot of scenery for model railways when I had a little bit more time. And it's what I always used to do, is build small houses, that sort of stuff, and this would have been perfect. Because I would spend hours, absolutely hours, days, painting some of it. Whereas now this is just, it's a different level. It's in a league of its own, this. I mean, as I'm going through here now, I'm mixing the two together. So if I just hold this up to you, you can see where in his mane there, the green meets that copper.
Oh, yes.
Look how nice that is. When we
This
take
is
this
the
out.
advantage of using the repositional spray on the back as well, isn't it? 'Cause
Oh,
you can keep
definitely.
lifting it up and you're not worried about it moving. And
There
even
we
from this
go.
angle, I can see that there's a different colour coming through on the main than there are on the leaves of his top.
We'll do this one probably in just these two colours, and then our other projects, because we've got loads to explore, we can do in different ones. So what you'll notice, you'll hear it, and then sound. You might not be able to pick up on it, but I can hear it, and it sounds like it's running low on ink. So just go back to your station, have a little look. It's not quite empty, but it's getting there. So eventually it would start to spit because you're
Right.
running low.
That's because
It's going
getting
to
air in instead of...
absolutely. It would start to spit. Yeah, it's getting more air sucked into it than ink. But at the moment, it's probably the way I was just slightly holding it then. There we go. We've got a nice consistency coming through now again. So I'm going to do a bit more blending, mixing those colours together. And it's a dream. It really is such a dream. It's fabulous. I'm fixated by it. As soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, I need to get my hands on this and get going.
Since you started doing that, virtually no one has commented on the comments. I think everybody is transfixed. Either that or they've all gone away.
Oh, hopefully not.
I don't think they have. I just think everybody's transfixed by watching.
So we're going to reveal this in a second so you can see the beauty of it. And I'm really excited. I've purposely not taken it up once. So I want to see what it's going to look like. A little bit of the fading on that one, a bit on this one. Let's do a little bit more of a blend down, just going into his mane down here so we really get a nice blend. There we are. It's gone. So we've just used up the ink at the perfect timing. What I am going to do before I reveal it is I'm going to put a really small amount of water in here, just using the pipette that comes with the airbrush gun, into our water, put that into the pan, and then put my air compressor back on and just feed that through. Can you hear it going into there?
Oh yeah, and you can do
filling
that
that.
without the lid on.
Oh yeah, because it's fine. It's only water. It's not ink. We're not focusing on a spray or anything being perfect. There we are. Let it turn off again. A little bit more water. And you just want to make sure that you're not drying that nozzle out, because of course if that airbrush gun was to run dry, what that nozzle will do will dry it with whatever ink's around it. So it's essentially going to be self-sabotage.
Right.
So what you want to do is make sure it never runs bone dry unless it's only got water in. Right, let's take this off. Oh my word, look at this.
Wow, 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 wow. Isn't that beautiful?
Look at the colours. Oh, that's stunning. These inks are absolutely unbelievable. Look at that as I tilt it down, how it's all purples.
And it's got oranges and purple effects, but
And
then,
now it's green.
yeah.
Look at that. Oh my word, that's so cool.
It's available on the website for you to look at. It's just not updated on free yet.
Ah,
What's the
okay.
The
Yeah,
airbrush.
airbrush.
Right, so there are 5 more. Shop kit. It says sold out, but don't worry, we've got 5 more, so they're on the website.
I love
Please.
this. Look at that. So tilting down, you've got those colours. Tilting up, you've got these colours. You've got greens. So that green there where my finger is, watch that green turn to purple.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
It's like magic. And there's no trickery of the camera. That is interference inks for you. You can look at that as I tilt it that way and that way. Oh, love it. I think it's so
really,
good.
Really excited to be able to use these stencils. Gaz is
Wow.
here.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you, Gaz. Lovely comments, watching all of my shows.
That's so weird.
Um,
Get it flat. And then it's green. It keeps playing with my eyes. I think that's fabulous. It's so, and it's bone dry. It's completely
I was going
dry.
to say, yeah, because I suppose the air is drying it at the same time,
Yeah,
isn't it?
the way that it comes through. These inks are really dense purely with mica, so you feel like all that you're getting out of the airbrush is mica itself rather than any fluid. But of course there is some in there. But because of the intensity, it dries so quick.
You'll notice by the magic of technology, which I'm so up on, the screen now says Shop Kit has got some left.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, oh, so you can get some.
Yeah.
Right, okie dokie. I'm going to go on to a surface now. Now, I've gessoed this black. There we are. It is just a piece of plaster. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a plaster, or you could use your resin cast to make something like this. What I'm going to do is the leftover water inside the airbrush gun. I'm just going to pour that into this little water bottle that I've got here. and we'll top it with some fresh just to make sure we're thoroughly cleaning that nozzle out to get rid of that primary colour that we started with. So again, let's click that down. Just going to clean that through just a couple of times like this. There we go. And I'll run through just after I've done this everything that you get again for those of you that have just joined. Let's see everything now. If you put your finger over the end like this and release the trigger, you'll get a little bubble like that.
Oh.
And it will just clean that inner chamber for you. Okay.
Right.
And I find it just helps. There we go. I don't know if you were to capture it on the camera, but sometimes you'll see through the filter. And if you can see it, sometimes a little bit of water vapour just comes up. Just make sure your filter pad's tucked nice and tight down there. It's so good. I love it so much.
Terry Kim says the interference inks are terrific. They certainly are.
Oh, they're amazing. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. Absolutely.
Right, we're losing Jane and we've gained
Bye, Jane.
Laura.
Hi, Laura. Right, everybody. Okay, so with the fact that you can get your airbrush kit now, we've got some back in stock. Let's have a look at it, shall we? So you're going to get your compressor unit. Okay, the compressor unit itself is mains powered. It's low voltage, so don't worry about it being, of course, a direct mains. It is literally, it's the actual voltage of it. Let me have a little look down here for it. It's 12 volts. Okay, and I think a phone charger is only 5. So you can see it's very, very minimal energy consumption. Pop that into here. Your little stand is detachable. That goes inside the top just like that. And then you get your braided hose that comes all the way from the unit. It's around about 1.5 meters, 1.2 meters length, the hose. But the reason I went for this one opposed to a lot of the other ones we've tested is the hose is so soft and flexible. If the hose is really tightly coiled like a spring, you feel like as you're working with it, you're dragging this around everywhere with you. And that is so frustrating. That's what we didn't want, which is then what led us to the battery-powered ones. But we've then found this, and it's got such a soft, flexible hose on it. It means that whichever direction you're airbrushing in, whichever you're spraying in, you're not constantly being drawn back to it. It allows you just to have it flat, or you can coil it up if you want to.
And I also think having that length of hose means it doesn't have to be right on. I mean, you've got it next to where you're working, but it really doesn't have to be, does it, at all?
No, not at all. So the airbrush unit as well, inside the compressor, you've got a gauge here which can alter the PSI, so the pressure of the air that you're working with. That you'll find your feet with, and you can try a few different ones, get a piece of blank card and do some experimenting with. Now, the airbrush unit itself, prior to leading up to the actual trigger and the pen, you've got a filter here, and that stops any ink drawing back down into the unit and keeps it nice and clean. It's a fabulous piece of equipment. You can feel the weight inside here. It's all made of metal as well. Superior quality, but so cost effective, and as well, you can spread your payments. Definitely consider spreading your payments if it is a considered purchase for you today. But this is brilliant. You get all the instructions with it. You also get a full kit here where all of the components are stored, such as your needle for cleaning the fine nozzle on your airbrush. Please be careful. This is ultra sharp. It's like the finest needle ever. Like, you won't be able to use this as a pokey tool. It's just far too sharp. But it stays protected inside its metal housing. You get an additional nozzle in there. You also get your little teeny tiny spanner there to take in components apart, which I've not yet discovered I needed. So it's there as a backup for maintenance. And you do also get a protective seal cap that just goes over the top of your airbrush whenever it's not in use. It just makes sure it stays nice and clean because it's such a fine pinprick hole on the end of there. You would never want to get anything stuck in it or lodged in there, so that keeps it nice and clean. So let's use it, shall we?
I think we should. Just so that you know, the stencils, the Into one, we're 35% have been allocated, and the Ways 10% have been allocated.
Shall I do a recap, seeing as we are halfway through on our stencils?
I think we should.
Yeah,
Shall I do that? I can do that up here.
I don't mind. Are you wanting
I'll
to
do
get
that.
off?
Well, I'll do that. I'll do the stencils, and then I might leave you to it for a bit.
Lovely,
Okay,
thank you.
So the ones we've got here with the lion, this is Shop Into. So you've got these 6 stencils. Now remember, as we were saying, these are not created in-house. So you are going to need, so these are the 6 you get. We can't change them. So yes, you're getting all 6 of these. You've got the gorgeous lion, the giraffe, the cat, the wolf, the tiger and the cheetah. And as we were saying earlier, there's some really, really fine detail on these, but the air gun is going to spray through those beautifully. So that is Shop into, and 35% of those have gone. So those are those. I don't want to muddle them up. Let me see if I can do that.
They're lovely, aren't they? I mean, the design inside those, it's so fine and detailed, but you've almost got that like mystical Zentangle look and feel to it as well.
Yep, and then this is ways. Look at that. You've got the eagle. You've got that gorgeous deer. The butterfly. I love these because you've got in so many different, you've got a different feel with this one. Look at the owl. Isn't he beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. You've got the bear and you've got the elephant. These are stunning. So shop Ways. Please just make sure it doesn't auto-correct when you're buying that one, because it was earlier. The both sets are $14.99 and you're going to get 6 in each. So you pick whichever one you want. So yes, that's what you're going to get with those. So yeah, shop Ways or shop Into.
Lovely stuff. Thank you, Karen. They are beautiful stencils. We're going to do more of that throughout the show as well. But I'm going to do some airbrushing for you on a slightly different surface. So I'm going to grab here. Let's have a look, something to work on too. Thank you ever so much as well for staying with me, Karen. I really appreciate it.
I'm going to disappear now. I'm going to go and get some other bits ready for other shows.
Lovely stuff.
I'll leave you the while you're doing that, I'll let Amber start charging up the tablet a little bit more until you might need it.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure she'll shout out any questions or comments that we have that may need answering during the show.
See everybody later.
See you later. Right, we'll use some different colours. So in the first one here, we use the blue, green, violet. Let's use in this one bright gold brown. Okay, really interesting colour names, aren't they? So I'm going to take the trigger and just pop it inside here so it's a bit closer to me as well, so you don't always have to keep it inside the holster of the unit, if you like. Okay, really good shake. There we go, like making a mini cocktail. Inside here, bright gold. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. And of course as well, you wouldn't think that that's bright gold, would you? It's white, so it's going to be really interesting to see how these pop out. So I'm going to pop that inside the airbrush, like this, inside the chamber. My lid is there, there we go. And pop that back on. Always keep that in place when you're working with it. Now I've got a piece of scrap card here and I keep it all the time just to test my colours on as we're working with it, just to see how I feel about them. So turn the unit on, let it build up pressure and cut out, and it'll cut back in again. There we are. And then, oh, okay, we're already getting it. So if I just spray here, look at that colour. Oh, that is nice. And you can see that gold shimmering through there. These are beautiful, and these colours come with your airbrush kit, okay? They are metallic. Now, I'm going to start working down on the bottom. Oh my gosh, wow. This looks crazy. Okay, so I'm going to work down here. I think we're going to need to put pink with this. Right, I'm just going to stop here to show you what's actually happening. Because you've got to see that. Look at that. That is just from that one ink. And you've got that interference again on there. That looks unbelievable. That's stunning. It has got pinky hues to it, gold as well as green in there. Let's continue with that colour. And notice as well how the airbrush, it's never clogging, it just keeps on going. It is fabulous. There we are. It's a really nice fine spray. Change the angles in which you work with too. Always make sure to keep your airbrush angles moving, because with it being an interference ink, it will look different when it's just laid down at different angles, so you'll always get a different light shadow casting over it. It's honestly wonderful. Now I'm going to try and work my way around about halfway up of this, which is working quite nicely actually. There we are, so halfway up on here, go around there, and then we'll meet it on the other side with another colour. Oh, that's stunning. That looks really nice. I'll show you this in just a second. Let's have a little look. So you can see we've worked halfway up already on there with that airbrush. That ink is bonkers. Look at that. I've never worked with anything like this before, by the way. This is the best airbrush ink I have ever used in microform through an airbrush. It's stunning. Look, if I go like that, it's got that brown in it. If you go like that, you can see that's where it brings the green gold. So it's a constant rotation of colour every time you're crafting. That's unreal. That's something else, that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a different colour ink, okay? Let's have a little look. I've got a teeny tiny bit left in there, so I'm just going to take those 2 drops out, pour that in there, and we're going to allow another colour to filter through. Should we use a blue, green, violet? Oh, Let's use that one. Well, we could have used, I said I was going to use the pink, didn't I? We'll use that on another one. Got some more to share with you. It's really exciting. Now, we're just going to let that colour start to come through. So let's get it on here and just filter that through. Here we are, like this. And eventually we'll start to see the bluey green colour starting to come through. If you ever want to increase the flow or the trigger or anything like that, just alter it slightly by using the nozzle on the back here, and you can gauge it to however you want it to be. Quite happy with how it is at the moment, or you can up the pressure a little bit just on that nozzle. Perfect, there we go. If you don't feel like you're getting enough ink through, or you're not happy with the colour, just go back in and change it. And also, if I just show you this, you can see, if you hold it too close, your ink will push like that. See how it's all beading? You want a nice fine spray, which will give you an even coverage. Notice I'm just going back and forth with that airbrush like this to build up that full colour. Now we're starting to get the blue coming through there, which looks fabulous. See the difference from using your airbrush like that? That's how to do it. So what we're going to do is rotate this round and go with that blue colour on this side and match it together. Oh my gosh. Sorry?
Can you use these on canvases?
Oh, absolutely. You can use these on canvases. Been asked a great question there. Canvases, yep, you can use it on those. Look at this. You can use it on glassware. Just make sure you're using your gessos as well, everybody. The gessos are going to really help you. There we are. Oh my gosh. This, I can't wait. I've got a candlestick. Stephanie said I could paint it. I'm going to do it after this and it's going to look so good. It was wooden. Well, it is wooden, but I've gessoed it black. Oh my word. This looks so nice. Oh my gosh. I love it. This is like how they do detailing on cars and parts and things like that. But they use specialist equipment, and this is it. So I've got a little bit there. I just want to push that off. There we go. Airbrush over that. Just going to skim over here just to link in a little bit more of that blue. Turn it around, see if there's any areas I may have missed. Got a little bit on there that I'm just going to try and get off a second. I've just beaded a teeny tiny bit of blue roll. There we are, just like that. Just going to dab that on there. Go back in. Stunning. Right, okay, so let's have a look, shall we? Look at this. From a piece of plaster that was gessoed, you've now got a complete interference from blue, purple, green and gold. Look at that, and brown of course, which is almost more of a copper in there. That looks unbelievable. I'm shocked by that. I think that's just stunning. I'm so surprised. Right, okay, let's do another one. So I've got the candlestick here and I'm thinking let's start off with the colour that we already have in and work our way up. So I'm going to go around here, start to build this colour in, working into the base of that candlestick. Look at that already. You can start to see that metallic coming through. I love it so much. Now with a larger object, that's where you can then start to move these into your spray booth and activate that. So I'm not going to keep it on because of the noise. Obviously I don't want my camera to be blocked out so you can't hear what I'm saying. But I will then keep that in here because I'm now spraying against nothing. There's nothing behind here. So we turn that on and we will be spraying in front of it like this, okay? Just like that. But I'm going to turn it off for the purposes just of the show. And you can see I've already got quite a bit of ink at the back there where I've been using it. It is brilliant. It's such a good piece of equipment. I wouldn't be without it now. Right, okay, so this on my desk, keep rotating round. I'm thinking we need to see some different colours, don't we? But also, just before I take this out, look at that. Oof, that colour on there is beautiful. Right, we're going to clean our airbrush gun out, so we're going to remove any excess just by pouring it away to start with. And then let's put a little bit of water in there just to clean that pan out. There we go. There we go, perfect. And then let's use some clean water now to fill up the pan and flush it through into our cleaning station. just like that. And that's going to filter through any of that leftover colour. Bit more glass and water, there we go. Nice and clean, pour out that because it goes a bit cloudy. And then we're going to do the trick where we put water in and bubble it, so that will really clean that out. So finger over the end, trigger back, like that, a little bit of bubbles. That's going to clean that up for us. And now we can pick a different ink to use. Wonderful. So the ink I'm going to work with for this one, let's go and see what our red gold is like. Because these are totally different to this one, isn't it? So we're going to see what we get with this. Pop that in there. There we go, only a small amount. We're going to put the lid back on. I'm going to get that piece of test card out so we can see it starting to actually blow through. Turn our unit back on. Here we go. So it's got a little bit of the previous colour. Then we should start to get in there. Ooh, it's like a reddish gold. Got a deep hue to it. That's amazing. That's colour coming out of here. Looks very different to this, doesn't it? That's absolutely fascinating. I'm going to turn this round so we've got a bit more space. So it starts to clean through. That's crazy. You know what I'm going to do before we go any further? I'm going to try something. I'm going to put this ink onto here and paint with it and see what we get. Really want to see for you. Oh, what? That's crazy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Well, let's just watch that again, everybody. I got bright pink ink. Okay, so let's get a piece of white paper and see what happens on the white paper, because that's going to be different. So, bright pink bottle, okay, puts it onto the card. Let's see what we get on here. See, look, it's pink. It's pinky gold. See the pinky hues in there? It's coming through. Oh, sorry, my screen's sometimes freezing. I don't know what's wrong with that screen. It's terrible, isn't it, at the moment? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need new batteries. So what I'm going to do is I'm then going to put a little bit of that bright pink ink there. See how it's sort of pulled up? And then we're going to take the brush to it and watch what happens. Oh my gosh. That's unbelievable. But I can still see the pinky hues inside it. It's got that pinky gold together. These, I'm in love. These inks are absolutely brilliant. And whilst we've got the card out with the brush, I'm going to do some more for you. So, purple, what do we think we're going to get? Okay, old gold, grey violet. Okay, so let's take this onto our black card again. Straight over. Oh my gosh, I've got a purple gold. I never thought it'd exist. Look at, as it goes through the light, tilt it from side to side, we get purple, and then we get the greeny gold coming through. Oh my word. Right, I'm going to do another one. Let's have a look. We've got orange violet here. So again, look at the colour in the bottle as it is. And then let's pour it out onto our black card. And then here, look at that. Okay, this time, completely different look. It's absolutely beautiful.
Well, this said, can you use the airbrush on aqua cast resin?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. We had a question of, can you use the airbrush on aquacast resin? Yes, you can do. I would suggest making sure that aquacast has had at least 48 hours to dry. But yes, you can do. Looks better, of course, on the black because it's going to work well on black surfaces. But yeah, not an issue. You can use it on there as well, which would look wonderful. So you have to show us if you do that. Right, let's put the airbrush gun back on and get this pumping. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way around here. See how that? It's like a rosy pinky colour. Take that off of there. Now you can thin these inks down if you want to. It's not essential. They will filter through your airbrush gun perfectly fine. When I was playing with it, I wasn't putting enough in, okay? Because I thought, oh, it's not going through properly. I'd not put enough inside the airbrush gun. You want to put at least 6 to 8 drops in for it to actually sit in the chamber. Otherwise, it kind of it bypasses it, okay? You need to make sure it knows that that ink is in there. Now, the colours of this are just looking unreal right now. And I'm sort of building up on top of the previous colour that we had. But look at that. Look at all those colours. I've never done anything like this. This is like a first time I've ever experienced using airbrush inks of this quality. It's a different league. Right, so... Oh, hi, Terry.
What would be the best ink to use on plastic, please, David? I've got a toilet roll holder which I want to give a bit of a makeover.
Okay, toilet roll holder. Terry Kim wants to upgrade and update it. If you're wanting to, well, for starters, if you want to paint it, if it's plastic, a hybrid is the best one to use because it will go directly onto plastic. If you do a singular brush stroke of hybrid acrylic onto plastic and it starts to cis and all divide, then the plastic has a high level of like an oil in it. Basically, it makes it feel a little bit greasy. Give it a buff with a really fine grit sandpaper and it should stop that from happening. But if you wanted to airbrush it for a fancy finish, gesso it black first, airbrush over it with inks such as the ones we have on the show, and then aquastone it afterwards. But if you're wanting to paint it, 100% acrylics all the way, but make sure they're hybrid. It could be hybrid metallic acrylic, or it could be just standard hybrid paints. But yeah, that would be what I would suggest to work with, and especially being a toilet roll holder in a bathroom, you may get different humidities. You don't want to use a hybrid, so it's permanent on there. I hope that answers that for you. If not, please get back in touch, and I will have a little look at that for you. Right, okay, so put our unit back on. Here we go. Oh my word. I'm absolutely blown away by this every single time I use it. It's fascinating. And remember, we have got some back. We did completely sell out. The team have managed to get some back for us. But I don't know how long they're going to last. They're already selling. Okay. Yes, so the other airbrush that we have, that we share with you, is battery powered, okay? So the other airbrush we have is battery powered. It's still a fabulous airbrush and we will still be continuing to use that in shows because we've ordered more of those to get them back in for you. Also, it's a price point to meet everyone's budget. So your battery powered rechargeable one, it's about $29.99. It comes with having to be recharged. It's of course not quite as powerful as a corded one because this here is plugged into the mains. It can build up a PSI of up to 25. So it is a high pressured unit and it keeps a very strong continuous flow. I would suggest this for being maybe for your larger specialist projects. Your standard airbrush that we share with you that's battery powered, I still have, well, I've got quite a few of those now because I collected them, some for food colouring, etc. They're still very much a firm favourite here at Highlight Crafts, but they are of course rechargeable, and for a smaller project maybe something not as big and dynamic as something like this, but also the price point does come into play. But the power for this can't be matched really. It is a different league of power because it is coming from its own unit of compression. The compressor inside a battery powered one is probably around about this big, it's tiny, whereas this unit here is an air compressor itself and it's separate from the main chamber. Also as well, one of the main differences is that with your plug-in one, you have a hose, okay? Your braided hose is probably almost 2 meters actually, the length of this. It's really long, which means that even if it was on the floor, you could still do work onto the wall, and it's lightweight as well. With the hoses, a lot of the ones that we've looked at, and there's quite a few of them actually, have a hose that comes like one of those hose pipes that's coiled up in a spring really tight, and it means every time we were working with it, you were constantly drawn back to that spring wanting to coil up, whereas this, it's really relaxed, it's soft, it's flexible, it doesn't kink because it's braided as well, and it retains its pressure really well. Sometimes with airbrushes you can find leaks, whereas this, once it tips up, it keeps tipping up, it keeps the air pressure maintained in there, okay? Right, so I'm gonna do, sorry, someone just tickled me then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to load this up. But they're your main differences, and of course the price is reflected in all of that. I'm still going with this. I've not had to top it up with ink at all, okay? Now what I am going to do is, because I've covered the majority of this now, I'm going to put in a different colour. So let's clean through our airbrush and add a different colour to work with, because I'm loving that. Look at that, it looks so cool. It's just magical, isn't it? Right, so we're going to add water to this to clean it out, and I'm going to flush it through so we get another colour. I'm not going to do a full clean through, I'm just going to get rid of this colour that's in there at the moment. There we are, like that, and you can hear it. Once it's cleaned that through, you can hear it. Let's just put a little bit more. You tend to find as well with a much thinner ink, it doesn't last as long, so water, it goes through really quickly in an airbrush, whereas a thicker ink like your micas lasts a lot longer, okay? Like 10 times as long, it's crazy. I never even knew that as well. That was something I discovered myself, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Perfect. Right, now let's add a different colour. So, should we go with, oh, which one should we use? Should we use orange? Oh, I don't know. Which one? I'm torn because they're so nice. Oh, electric blue and intense violet. Let's give that one a go. So, into the airbrush, like that. And yeah, when you're using these thicker inks, they seem to just last a really long time in there. Let's get our cardstock out so we can start to see our colour develop. Oh my word, look at that. Oh my word. It's bright blue. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And these inks come with your airbrush kit as well, by the way. So you're going to get those alongside the airbrush. I'm going to do a full recap in a minute, then we'll come back and do some more. But I'm really eager to add this on because this just looks unbelievable. I'm going to go all the way up here, really fine channel. So now I've got like a shine of blue. See how we've created that almost refraction there of that blue, and it's following the entire way up. That looks really nice. Here we are. And this is all water-based as well. It's non-toxic, really easy to craft with, super adaptable for anybody. Going over the top of some of these inks with the blue is really bringing out the tones, like, massively, which I didn't expect. And I'm also seeing a lot of the purple in there as well. It's really self-contained, which I love about this. There's no odour at all as I'm working with it. And back and forth, building up that colour. There we go. Lovely. I'm a bit addicted, I'm not going to lie, to this new airbrush gun, because that is something else. I've never done anything like this. I never actually worked. I've worked with interference inks and I've worked with metallics, but these combined together in an airbrush like that, I mean, wow. That's just magic. Absolutely magical. And the other element that we did as well to go with it. Look at that one. Oh, wow. I'm blown away. I'm in awe of this piece of equipment. It is fabulous. What a wonderful bundle. Wonderful bundle to get hold of during the show today. Right, I'm going to recap those stencils for you because they've been really busy. Work our way down the counter and then I'll find you here again for some more demonstrations. But we've reached around about 3/4 of the way through today's show. So let's go and have a look what we've got. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way because I may stand on it. There we are. I'm going to pop this all to one side for us. Keep us company as well. Let us know there in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. We're starting off from our stencils at the top of the show here. Now, beautiful set of stencils that we have here. They're absolutely stunning. Now, this one that we've got for you, this is the one that doesn't have the line in, isn't it? So this one is your Shop Ways. £14.99. Okay, Shop Ways for this one. £14.99. Animal stencils. This is your Wild Ways. 6 pieces in total. They're A4. Absolutely incredible designs in here. They're big designs, but going through there with your interference onto things like fabric, onto ceramics, onto wood, onto metal is going to look unreal. You've got the owl. You've got the big bear inside there. Your elephant as well. You also have that huge eagle inside here. And then this, the deer made up of all of this wonderful foliage, so magical. And then that radiant butterfly. Not only do we have this one, we also have, and that one there for you is 10% of that has gone. Love that one. I think that was one of my favourite. And then we've also, oh no, because we do actually have the lion as well. Oh, I don't know where that one's gone. Has Corin got it? Oh, it's there. There we go. Wonderful. So, the lion, one I've just used a few moments ago. Look at him. So powerful, that image. We've also got the wolf. Inside there as well, we've got our tiger. And notice how the pattern on the animal print is quite a fantasy style. You've got the cat and then your giraffe as well. All 6 of these coming to you for just £14.99. shop into for this one. Now, something we haven't yet looked at on the show, which is behind us, I'm going to grab it now for you, is your mystery bundles. These are at an exceptional deal for you. Now, the first one we're going to have a look at is your tote bag. Let's just pop these here a second. Now, have a look at the details on your screen, because for your tote bag mystery bundle, which is already at a silly price, these were £44, £44.99. Now, as I was totting these up, it had a value of around about £115 I've not yet finished, I know, of what's in here. They're down to £34.99 today. There's not many of them left at all. We're talking single figures. I couldn't even make up a full handful to actually share with you how many we've got. We're talking ones and twos, okay? So we're going to be limited for these. Look at this. Already starting out with stencils, okay? So you're going to get stencils inside here too. So you've got different designs. You've got ones from different brands as well, like Stuart Robbins in the studio. Wonderful A5s. Now these on their own, they're like £9.99. So you've got almost like £35 just sat there. That's how much this entire bundle is. But that there, your stencils to start with. You're going to also get your Cadence tote bag. Now, this is the only place in which you can get one of the Cadence tote bags. They're not available to purchase individually on their own. So that you've got as an added bonus. It's all going to come inside there. Starting off with, we've got one of the tester pots made up from hybrid acrylics, all different shades. Hybrid metallic in there for you as well. 70mm pot. That's a beautiful colour. Look at the shade of this one. That there is that wonderful bronze. Stunning. That will go on every surface you want to craft on, and it's machine washable, weatherproof and dishwasher safe. You've also got a full, oh my goodness, 250ml Cadence pouring acrylic, pre-mixed, ready to go with silicone oil and acrylic and pouring medium in there. So you've got pouring paint. You then also have step 1 and step 2 of your Cadence textile crackle. I think they're almost £20 for the bundle. You've then got one of the liquid waxes, a favourite, absolute favourite, to add that vintage look and feel, add an extra layer of depth to a project. Remember, this is down to £34.99. Glitter hybrids, glitter hybrid acrylics. We've got those in the bundle for you. Cosmos paint, it's a stone effect. It creates that wonderful stone ceramic finish on any surface, and also a squeezy liquid jewellery, so a three-dimensional paint in there for you. In total, you are getting your tote bag. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different mediums, and you're also getting your stencils as well for £34.99. All of that for under £35 is bonkers. Shop tote for this one. Last few remaining in stock, okay? Please don't miss out on those. We do also have the apron bundle, so I'm just going to pop all of this inside here for you. And coincidentally, the apron bundle is also reduced as well. Now, when these bundles were put together and we were working out the values of them, we were like, yeah, okay, maybe around about £50 would be an absolute treat. Well, £44.99 was the price that was established. So we were like, right, okay, great deal. And then today, they've been brought down even further for you. How good is that? Right, in your apron one, you're going to get exactly that, your very own Cadence apron. So your Cadence apron, there you go. Printed for you, whether you want to use this here in the academy or with your crafty friends, or you want to use it when purely you're just using Cadence, so you're dressed for the part, then there you have it, you've got it in there. So you're going to get this, and then filled in here with Cadence goodies, you're going to receive, and remember this is an assortment, so colours and products will vary. You've got a tester strip pot, you've got your arts stones, you've got another one of your crackle mediums. Let's get that out there. Another crackle medium set for you. You've then got a glitter hybrid acrylic. You've got a vintage wax in the brown. You've also got a hybrid metallic. You've got a standard metallic, beautiful shade there for you. You've also got a style matte paint, another complete selection of stencils to play with too, and also a Cosmos paint. All of that there, again, £34.99. Now, if you've previously purchased one of these mystery bundles, we try to make them vary as much as possible, so you'll get variety of product. We can't always guarantee that there won't be duplicates, so if you were to order 2 apron ones, well, you're definitely going to get 2 aprons, but the products in there, you might get 2 metallics, but it could be a different shade. So you're going to get a variety in there. They will try and mix every single one of them up for you, okay, which is fabulous, right? So that there comes to you. It is Shop Apron, and it is £34.99. Now, I do need to let you know that the kit itself, which contains the airbrush, which is the feature of today's show, Shop Kit Now 40% of that has now gone into allocation. It's been absolutely flying, and that is the back in stock. The previous stock that we had, which we launched the show with, you were all shopping for it on the website and you got it checked out. We didn't have many of them. We thought we'd had enough, but they went already and you'd already been shopping for them before the show. Well, now the restock of that 40% has gone. You're going to get inside there 6 of these fabulous, I'll bring them over, interference acrylic inks. So 6 interference acrylic inks, you're going to receive those to go inside your airbrush. You've got all of those delving into different tones, and now it's hard to believe that those inks that you're looking at right there will create results like this. But trust me, it happens, and you've seen these evolve in front of your very eyes during the show. That is what these inks do. They are brilliant. They are the best airbrush inks, in my personal opinion, that I have ever crafted with. They are bonkers beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely radiating in a variety of colour. No matter which way you look at it, there's a different colour to be seen. And that is made of wood. And I gessoed it black this morning and airbrushed it. You're going to get 6 inks in there. You're also going to get your compressor unit, your chamber, your hose. You're going to get all of the fixtures and fittings and the stand to display it on as well in between use. That there for you is coming to just £99.99. It should be £109.98, but you're getting your inks and all of the extra tools included in there as well for you. The whole set comes together for a great price. Thank you, Amber. You can also as well make it easy for you today if you're wanting to get your airbrush gun, but you're thinking, oh, maybe it's a little bit more of a considered purchase for me. Well, you can spread and split your payments. You can do it like PayPal Pay in 3, which I do quite frequently. I find that to be really helpful for myself. It means I can budget for the month and also still get my crafty items or whatever items it is that you're purchasing within that payment scheme. You've got things like PayPal Pay in 3, Klarna, ClearPay, whatever you prefer. I've got lots of comments coming through as well. Oh, I love that. So Wendy has commented in. I've just established who this is from because it says the name that it was sent in is called You're Doing Great, Steph. But it's actually from my lovely Wendy. She put, my message to Stephanie and David has come as my name, but I think it was when things were going a bit wrong this morning. Wendy's fitting great with you guys. I hope you're well, Wendy. It's wonderful to have your company. Thank you so much for joining us. But yeah, it's coming up constantly saying we've got a comment from somebody called You're Doing Great, Steph. The little things, right? Let's have a little look. Liz, good afternoon to you. Liz says, would you put a protective layer on top? Now, with these particular inks, if that was to be displayed in my home and I had a candle in here, I would not necessarily need to, because it's not going to come off. It doesn't come off on your hands. But if you were wanting to go on something that maybe was to go on the plaque outside on a wall, and you wanted it to be waterproof, I'd add a layer of aquastone varnish just over the top of that for that extra element of precaution. You could use the gloss or the matte. But other than that, no. Once it's on there, it's there to stay. It's not sticky. It's not, it doesn't have any moisture to it. It's not brushing off on my fingers. It's bonded to that surface, and that gesso is a massive help in that factor. But thank you for asking that question. It's a brilliant one. Let's have a little look. Oh, Fran said the airbrush I had didn't have a long lead to the compressor. That is a big plus, not having the compressor right next to you when using it. Fran, I couldn't agree more with you. Having that distance, which is literally around about 2 meters, is fabulous. I thought it was about 1.2, but actually looking at it, it is much longer. Let's have a little look. Oh, and Fran said as well, yeah, of course, the battery one is great for areas to use where you don't have a power source. Fabulous. Of course it is. So if you're ever at a station or you're traveling away or you're using your crafted products with your friends for a day out, you don't have a plug socket, you can use your battery powered one. Makes sense, right? Lots as well of you getting in touch and commenting. It's wonderful to see all of you in it as well. We've got Fran, we've got Terry, we've got Lisa, we've got Sandra, we've got Liz, we've got Len as well, we've got Jackie. Let me have a little look at all of your comments. Keep them coming through. Let me know what you're up to. Also, let me know what you got up to this weekend. We had quite a chilled one this weekend, I should say. It was quite nice. Got my car back. But other than that, yeah, it's been quite a nice one. I think the weather just put us off and a lot of other people off from going out and doing things. But we still saw family and did day-to-day jobs. But I did some painting. Got some painting done as well on Sunday, and I got to meet my my best friend's new little baby. He's about 5 days old. He's so cute. It's tiny, teeny tiny little thing. It's absolutely adorable. I didn't want to pass him back, but I had to, obviously. But yeah, it was a nice, quiet weekend. So let me know what you got up to for yours. If you crafted with something new, got a piece of equipment that you've just started working with. Something else you might be crafting with this coming weekend is right here. We've got some die collections for you. Now, these ones are brilliant, not only for the quality of the design and, of course, the story that's been told alongside these, but the bundle price itself is at a lowest ever. Something made us jump there. It was a hose. It just fell off. So we've got for you a bundle. Now this is Shop Bundle. It's your Two Red Robins Family Favourites Volume 8. It's your die and artwork download bundle. So you're going to get the download that corresponds to the artwork. Now, just to run through this for you, you're going to get all 4 die sets here, which consist of more than 1 die per pack. So the way that that works is you're going to get your detail cut, which looks just like this, and then you're going to get that surrounding outline, so it allows you to create definition, card shapes and structure for an intricate detailed concept. Now, all of these sets in here, it wanted to go, didn't it? All of this together is one bundle, is £19.99 for all of this and for all of that. So for under £20 today, you can get yourselves a Two Red Robins complete collection. Now, what you're actually going to get alongside here, I know, right? That's unbelievable. It should be £45. Well, £44.95. You're going to get your scene building, you're going to get your reflections in there, you're going to get digital stamps, you're going to get scenery, backgrounds, lots of colour blends, and also you're going to get textures as well. Those textures are fundamental when working on Minecraft Studio. They enable you to have a foundation to your project, but they're also great just for mats and layers. And we try to include those in almost every download, and you'll always find a different style. That's Shop Bundle for you. The next one that we've got here as well, this one very, very close to the theme of our stencils that have debuted on today's show, which have been very, very busy. This is Shop Family, £24.99. This is Family Favourites Volume 2 on here for you. You're going to get inside here your giraffes, your baby little giraffes inside there. I find giraffes incredible. The second they're born, they stand up. Like, why are humans so helpless? Like, we have, like yesterday when I met little baby Reese, like, they can't do anything for themselves, of course, babies. They can't even hold his head up. Yeah, and I was like, because I don't have children, but I've got lots of family that have. And so all the little newborn babies get to really enjoy that moment. And animals, some are literally born and they stand up and run off straight away, and that's it. They're about, that's it. Oh, there he goes. Kevin the giraffe's gone about his business. He's on his first hunt. And then babies, it's like we've got to wait at least 16 years and then they can start like functioning potentially as an adult. And then they might start driving a car and then they might buy a house. And it's like, what? There's so much dependence, isn't there? But I found it fascinating that animals are sometimes, they're just born and that's it. They're done. Horse stood up straight away, trotting around the field. It's fascinating. Lots of people saying you loved the outcome with the airbrush inks. Ooh, Tracy says, my son is making me chicken and butternut squash curry. That sounds gorgeous. That sounds wonderful. I've got soup for lunch today. It's roasted sweet potato, butternut squash and chili. Really excited for that. A really hearty lunch. What have you got, Laura, for your lunch?
I've got a soup. It's chicken,
Ooh.
and kale.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Sounds really good.
Sounds good. Amber, what we having?
Soup tasting.
Ham sandwich
A ham sandwich.
and crisps
Nice.
and a chocolate bar.
Classic.
Sounds like a deal meal.
That's a classic.
That's a classic, Amber.
I did it myself.
Oh, have you made it? Is it a DIY? Oh, fabulous. Love that. Let me know what you're having for your lunch, everybody. My tummy is most certainly rumbling. So keep us company. I'd love to know what you're having for your lunch. I love it. I love lunch ideas. Give us some inspiration. We need it here. Lorraine says, just been making a chicken and mushroom curry from scratch for dinner tonight. Oh my goodness. Lovely one. We had a curry on Saturday. It was gorgeous. Lots of you getting involved as well. Fran as well says, got the wolves in the Lux decals. My goodness. Some of them are teeny tiny. Yes, some of them are great for like nail art. Some of them are good for like your small miniature projects, and then some of them there have been included for bigger style. Just to mention as well, Shop Family is only £24.99 for your tigers, zebras, and your giraffes, and you've got all of those accompanying in there. And you also get the Minecraft Studio download too. Absolutely exquisite. Now what we might do before we go back and have a look at the airbrush is I'll show you some of the other downloads we have on the computer, such as your charming chinoiserie, so you can get those in your baskets. Some other items that we've got for you, we've got the gessos down to a deal price, which is very, very rare. Got this one added just before the show, £9.99 for the both of them, usually £12.98 for both on a bundle price. Not today. Now, the cleaning station. If you've been adding your airbrush to your basket, you need this. It's absolutely fabulous. It enables you to keep your airbrush clean and in tip-top condition. It's got a glass chamber that sits at the bottom here. It's a frosted glass chamber. It's lovely. And this sits on top and threads in. You have the stand here to position the airbrush in, which goes just on there like that. You just squeeze that into place. Then you also have this stand that goes there that keeps it counterbalanced. And then the airbrush simply goes into it, so it looks a little something like this. And then you fill this with water and keep it continuously cleaned, and it flows through. Keeps it replenished and clean, but it collects all of the dirty ink and all of those elements inside the glass chamber. Now, this airbrush cleaning station is being really popular during the show, and it almost looks like all of you that have been buying the airbrush have been putting one of these in your basket. But talking of that airbrush kit, it's just sold out again. It's gone.
There's still 2 to check out though.
Oh, Amber does let me know though there is only 2 left to check out from all of those that have sold out today. 2 remaining still in baskets. So it's technically sold out, which means that if everyone does check their baskets out, it will be completely gone, okay? Right, should we have a look at some of those downloads and show you what's on there? Because that Charming Chinoiserie one, we do have it as a USB and a download for you. So I'm going to go over to demo area, just here, clear the decks, and I'm going to quickly show you, because we've not got a great deal of time left on the show, but it would be a shame not for you to see those because they're at a silly price. So I'm just going to fire up the computer. Bear with me, everybody. Let's open this up and use our Minecraft Studio. I've got an airbrush kit, spray booth, a jug of water, paint palette, stencil spray, inks, Dr. Dre, everything's on the table. it's crazy, but it's all good fun, isn't it? It's all good fun. So you'll get to see this. Now, all I'm going to do is put my USB into the computer, and you can see exactly what is on here, because it is fabulous. Right, okay, so let's put our USB here into our laptop. Get her fired up. There we go. Got my sublimation mouse mat. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Oh, I bet you could use your metallic inks on here. Right. Okie dokie. So, is it working? Oh, we're just going to pop the telly on for you. We're always very slick here, aren't we? Of course we are. We like to be.
I'm sure that remote turns that one off.
Here we go. So, we're going to pop this on for you so you can see exactly what's happening. So let's just take all of this off the mat. Oh, it's froze. So let's have a little look. There we are. We've got a picture, everyone. We've got a picture. We've got a picture. Just going to let that load up. There we go. See it now? Perfect. So I'm going to show you the Charming Chinoiserie download once this has just remembered what it's doing. 1 second, everyone. Oh, we've got the internet. And the internet again. There we go. I'm just going to close the program on that one, and I'm going to reload it for you. Bear with me. There we are. So let's get Minecraft Studio back up and running, and then I can show you these downloads. In the meantime, though, please make sure you're checking out your baskets. If you've shopped for the airbrush kit today, please make sure that your basket is checked out by the end of the show, just to avoid anybody going in there and taking it and purchasing it themselves. Don't want to have anyone disappointed or without their airbrush kit, okay? Right, so here we are. We're back in business. We've got it. So, loaded up Minecraft Studio. I'm just going to show you, have a little look at the download. So, I'm going to go into our USB, and Charming Chinoiserie is just here. Now, the amount of artwork that you get inside here is massive, okay? It is huge. Look at all of these index pages, and these designs are stunning. Look at this. This surface pattern and the background you have in here is wonderful. Look at those tigers all mirrored against one another. Imagine printing this onto fabric, printing it onto rice paper. Now you've got all these different index pages, which means the tigers that are featured in here, you could scroll down and then fussy cut them out and use them individually from in here, which is brilliant. Now this comes to you for just £9.99 for the physical USB. Amber, we have it as a download too, don't we? So thank you, Amber. So if you want to go for it as a USB, you can shop USB, which is £9.99, or shop Charming. We'll get it you as a download for £9.99, and it will be instant. You'll have it today. If you've ordered your airbrush, you might want to go for the physical USB because it'll be within your order, and of course it won't add to your postage, but it's entirely up to you. Now you've got borders, you've got florals, you've got almost William Morris-esque designs inside here too, which I'm incredibly fond of. This was one of my personal favourites that we did because I found myself using it a lot at home, and I also found that a lot of people, once I'd made stuff for, really found it quite appealing and that they would like it in their homes too. But it was the first one we did where we had black backgrounds. Well, the first one I'd experienced where it had these black backgrounds in there. And it was so busy. So many of you purchased this. But for those of you who didn't, you can get it today for a fraction of the launch price, which is, well, brilliant. Look at that. Look at that design there. Imagine this on the back of a glass plate. Wouldn't it look wonderful going with your gilding flakes? You've got some really nice authentic scenes inside there too. Lots going off inside this. It is, look at that paisley design there. Isn't that magnificent? And it's £9.99. So for the design, you then have the embellishments to cut out afterwards. That there is your Charming Chinoiserie USB. It is, well, unbelievable, packed with elements to play with on loads of different projects. I'm going to go back and round up on the airbrush for the rest of the show though, because we only have a few minutes left to share together before Mel's coming up. What's Mel coming up with, Amber? Flares. Wonderful. Paper floristry. Mel is going to be with you doing next. Oh, I'm excited for that. That sounds fun. So Mel's going to be with you doing paper flowers, which I'm sure she's going to, well, Mel's fabulous at flower making. You'll see her doing that. Right, I'm going to start on this. Now I gessoed just the top of this ceramic bowl, okay? And I'm going to airbrush the centre. I know, quite a big project, right? But I thought it would look nice to get started on the show, even if we don't get it finished. So first I'm just going to check my ink levels inside here. And I can see I've still got quite a bit. So let's turn our compressor unit on. I'm going to bring my card as my swatcher. There we go, I'm going to get started. So let's go around our edges first. Here we go, so I'm bringing in, and it's got the blue, oh, I've not got my lid on at the moment. There we go, see it'll feed through too much air. There we are. And also you can spill it. It's another key feature of having that lid. So I'm starting with just the blue, and I'm getting blue and purple at the same time. So if I just turn this towards you, can you see there already where I'm getting blue and purple coming through? It's stunning. Let's keep building that up. And just take your time with it. Have fun. Working my way into the centres. And you'll get your distance from where you need to hold it just right as well. You'll start to find where's best for you. Because everybody will be completely different when it comes to using this. It'd be great if we could use these in Academy. That'd be fabulous, wouldn't it? Come and do airbrush classes. I think we did do one actually a while ago. Let's have a little look. Right, okay, so bring all that round and you'll see how it looks so striking and strong on that deep dark black background. Look at that, that's amazing. Now if I was to go into this now with gold, we could blend the gold up on that leaf. Let's see if I've got enough blue to do one more leaf. 3 minutes? Oh, Amber, 3 minutes in total, everyone. We've not got long left. I don't know where it's all gone. Here we go. Infill all of this. And the micas last, honestly, I'm blown away by how long they last. Do we have the mica paints on their own? We don't, I'm afraid, no. They only come with the actual gun itself. Now, I've ever so slightly run out of the blue, which is a really good thing, because what I'm going to do is actually instead now put gold in, so we can see the blend of gold into the blue. So let's use this one here. Give it a good shake beforehand. Pop that one in, there we go. And let's start to allow that to flow through. So, lid back on. See how the hose is retaining that pressure? Our compressor keeps it topped up. So, let's start to bring it through, and we'll see gold starting to develop. Oh, there we are. We have it here. So I'm just layering it on top, bringing it down. This is wonderful. This is absolutely incredible. You can do some really spectacular finishes with this. I mean, it's the best form of blending. You don't really get it any better than this. Let's carry that over just a little bit further. Really striking and strong and bold on that centerpiece. All the way up to the top. Now have a look at that. Look at that. Wow. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Look at the difference of that petal of this bowl to the other petals. I just want to sit and airbrush this all day. That's such a wonderful project. And all I'm doing is spraying in, picking out the areas I want to then add to. Add a little bit more depth in that centre there. Let's get that really strong in colour. Wow. Guys, we've only got 1 minute left. Right, I'm going to put my airbrush back in my little holster there, just to share with you again what we've done. That is magnificent. This airbrush kit is out of this world. Thank you so much to each and every one of you that's joined us for the show. I've absolutely loved every minute of this. I've been in awe. Thank you for shopping with us and staying with us throughout the 2 hours if you have done. Don't go anywhere. Mel's going to be coming up next with some paper floristry through that wall in the next studio, and then we'll be back with you